What traditional food preservation methods did our ancestors use to stock food? Imagine a time before refrigerators and freezers, when people relied on natural ways to keep their food fresh and safe for months. Our ancestors had clever methods that helped them store food without modern technology. These techniques are still useful today, especially if you want to save money and reduce waste. One of the oldest methods is drying or dehydration. People dried fruits, vegetables, herbs, and meats in the sun or wind. For example, thin slices of apples or herbs like thyme could be hung up outside 4 days until they were crisp. In places with less sun, they used special drying houses heated by fire to remove moisture. This process is simple and needs no electricity, making it perfect for stocking essentials on a budget. Dried foods are lightweight, easy to store, and last a long time. Curing, which involves salting, was another common way. Salt draws moisture out of meats and fish, stopping bacteria from growing. People rubbed salt into the meat or fish and stored it in barrels or jars. Salted meats could last for many months or even years without spoiling. Salt was affordable and easy to find, making curing a practical method for preserving food for winter or lean times. In colder climates, freezing was a natural preservation method. Food was stored in snow, ice, or underground cellars called ice houses. Harvested ice from winter was stored in these ice houses and used to keep food cold during warmer months. This method slowed spoilage without needing any chemicals or special equipment. It was especially useful for storing dairy, meats, and vegetables. Fermentation is another ancient technique that not only preserves food but also boosts nutrition. People fermented vegetables like cabbage to make sauerkraut or cucumbers into pickles. They also made yogurt, cheese, and fermented drinks like beer and wine. Fermentation uses beneficial bacteria to transform food, making it last longer and adding probiotics. This method turns surplus produce into tasty, healthful staples that last for weeks or months. Some foods were preserved by sealing them in fats or oils. For example, meats could be cooked in animal fat or sealed under clarified butter. The fat created a barrier that kept out oxygen and slowed decay. This method was simple and effective for meats and even some fruits. It required only basic kitchen ingredients and was a good way to keep food edible for longer. Another technique involved bottling foods in alcohol or sugary syrups. Fruits or other perishables were submerged in alcohol or coated with sugar and stored in sealed jars. Alcohol and sugar inhibit bacteria, so the food stays good for months. This was especially useful for seasonal fruits, which could be enjoyed all year round. Lastly, root cellaring was a common storage method. Root vegetables like carrots, potatoes, and beets, along with apples and squashes, were kept in cool, dark, humid places called root cellars. These conditions slowed down sprouting and decay without freezing. If you don't have a cellar, a cool basement or closet can mimic these conditions. All these traditional methods relying on simple, low-cost resources like sun, salt, cold, fermentation cultures, fats, and natural sugars. They help stretch your food budget by making bulk purchases last longer and reducing waste. Plus, they add flavor and nutrition to your meals. Using these techniques means you can stock your pantry and freezer efficiently, saving money while enjoying homemade, preserved foods.